Hey, I wanted to follow up on my last video lesson, the difference between push and pressure, to show you how you can be singing with just the right amount of pressure, but then all of a sudden your high notes become pushed. Now, I don't really need my flowers here to demonstrate, but you can learn a lot from a garden hose. And you can quote me on that. You see, the deal is that air and water flow pretty much the same way. And while you can't see airflow, you can see water flow. Now, the hose itself is a pretty good comparison to the larynx in that the space here is just like the space between the two vocal folds. In us, it's called the glottis. When we sing a low note, that space is fairly wide open. And when we sing a high note, it narrows. So when I turn on the water, you can see this equals a low note, and this would equal a high note. The same amount of pressure becomes push. So this is why you have to back off on your high notes, because the area is getting more narrow. You can see I'm not turning up the spigot, I'm just narrowing the opening. So what can we do? What can we do to make sure this flow is the same? Let's say I want my high note to only have this much coming out. What's my solution to turn this down? Got it. Turn the spigot down. When I reduce how much pressure I'm sending up, I really can control how much pressure is underneath my thumb, or in your case, your vocal folds. And this is really why you hear so much talk about mic technique, about adjusting the microphone when you sing high. When you think about it, if you're sending up the same airflow, if you're just locking your core muscles up and sending the same air per every note you sing, as I sing higher, let's say this is the microphone. As I increase the pressure, it's natural that I have to pull the mic away. So, vary your air pressure, back off the spigot on high notes, and you don't have to worry about mic technique. I'm Mark Baxter for Lesson.com, and you could say you learned all about singing from a garden hose.